Loading the Wampa Islands. Yes.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Do they call them Wampa fruits because of the noises they make, right?
Well, don't they make like a kind of noise? They don't really make a whomp.
Yeah, but I don't think scrimp fruits sounded as good.
I think scrimp fruit sounds good. Want old school controls? Just hinder yourself by using the worst buttons, huh?
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, Sunset Vista is the next... So it's interesting how this game works, because they reuse, like, assets.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is the harder version of that, you know, you all know. I'm not saying anything new to anybody, but this one is Sunset Vista, and it's better because it's more green, and it's very hard.
What do you think they're making in those little plates there? Some bok choy? Or what are they making in those woks? That's the word for those.
I think it's just, like, Bandicoot repellent.
Oh, okay.
And obviously it doesn't work against smart, good Bandicoots that are good in smart games.
Well, it works if they're, like, neurotic. And they're trying out the repellent.
You're right.
Was that in the old recordings?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? When you tried the fucking sugar and you thought it was ant poison?
Oh! No, that was, like, right when your computer died. Like,
shit.
I was screaming into the microphone as it died. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Oh,
It's okay.
fuck.
Well, Chance one time tried sugar and thought it was ant poison, and he was 15.
I freaked out a lot, because my mom had a pile of sugar, a heap of sugar, in the cabinet, just loose, just sitting there like she's a cartoon character or something.
Right.
And I saw it, and I was like, "Huh, what is that?" And I tasted it, and it was granulated sugar, and that's what it tasted like. But I was just a very I was prone to panic in those days. And I called my mom, and I was just, like, demanding. I was like, "The heap of white powder, you tell me what it is right now." And, like, she didn't remember, because
Right.
she probably just spilled it. And she was like, "You're probably fine." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm going to keep calling you like, every 10 minutes.
Give you updates.
Yeah.
And
if I sound any worse or more gurgly as these calls go on...
That's just me being me, don't worry.
Yeah. I had calmed down by then.
At least you, like, had the thought to tell somebody after you've made the bad mistake of tasting a strange powder. You know?
Yeah, well, it's different now. Like, now I taste strange powders all the time, and I beg for them to be poison. But it's always sugar, so I'm very fat and alive. Oh!
I beg for these powders to be poison. Feed me your poisonous powders, please.
Yeah, Chance, he started here a few weeks ago, and he's been a good worker so far, but he's always begging for powdered poisons. And it's killing productivity. Oh, man.
Powdered poisons.
Okay, this is not hard at all. This is for little fucking babies.
Especially after that nightmare level you just went through.
God, yeah. Okay, what's the pattern?
They all suck.
Me go time, me go time.
Yep. Me now, me. You never weird-haired weird on?
Yeah, you weird-haired weird on? Oh, God. That hurt my damn throat.
Don't. How about... Alright.
Alright.
Back to serious game talk.
Yeah, what's up?
Game chat.
Anything you want to know?
How?
We have very different taste in games, so it's kind of, sometimes I understand that, game chat between us, you don't want to have it too much, because I'm just going to talk about horror or stealth.
Yeah, that is one cool thing about me and Chance, is that we're always at odds, seemingly, about almost everything we ever talk about, but somehow, still around, still hanging out.
We remain very good friends. We balance each other out, For every guy that likes good games,
there's a guy that likes the bad ones.
You need one to like the bad ones.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they won't sell any copies. I'll make no comment as to who is who. Fuck.
Oh, that sucked.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'm having trouble on the dismount here. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh. That was good.
Thanks.
Man. I play Overwatch with my friends. None of my friends have it. That's not who Dylan has it. I don't think I've ever played with him once.
Yeah.
I've never seen Dylan play it.
Well, That is like him, to have games that he never plays. That's like all of us.
But what's wild is I managed to get him to buy it, and I don't think it was on sale. I just told him, Dylan, this is a good game, please get it. And he did it, and we've never played the game together.
Well,
Dylan, if you're listening to this, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just telling the truth.
okay. Speaking of throwing shade, how the hell do I throw past this shade? Can you recognize the pattern, folks at home? I tried to move the camera with the analog stick.
I have been there.
Alright. I think I'm just going to go for it on my next opportunity.
Yeah, I would go. Woohoo! So I turned into like a weird Bizarro Robin Williams.
Oh, man. God, man, I'm kind of self-conscious about that noise I made back there during that hog ordeal.
The gurgle.
That was one of the most insane noises I've ever made.
It is wild.
Like,
I hope that I didn't laugh too much when it was starting, so we can like sell it as like a monster sound or something.
Yeah, as like a text tone that people can use at home.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. God, yeah, because what's even more mortifying is that it was 100% real. It just came out of me straight from the soul. Okay.
I could tell it was real because of how shocked you seemed
Yeah.
after it. Or
I
during
recoiled at my own voice. Oh, man.
And that was one panicked voice.
Alright, we've been here before. We know how it goes. We know the rules. We're here with our bros.
Okay. Let's go for it, y'all. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
I guess technically not all of Crash's jumps are front flips if he doesn't jump high enough. You know?
Really? Are they not?
Well, if you do like a little tiny hop, he won't do the flip, you know?
Alright, let's figure it out. I forgot about the bats. Oh, God!
You should wait to test. Hi, Jen. You brought us some spaghetti.
Yeah.
God.
So, after the bats hit me the first time, I thought that I had somehow killed the lead
Hey,
bat.
try it out right now.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. God, what is wrong with me?
You're fine.
Oh, man.
I love not having to go to work tomorrow.
Me
I'm
too.
very into that.
Let me get in here. Oh.
Nice.
Alright. Alright, now bats, you and me are gonna have a little talk.
A capiche.
That's my impression of the Joker.
It sounded like your Jake
Hey,
voice.
well, I was doing Joker.
It sounded like your Jake voice.
Hey, bats, you and I are gonna have a little talk. Capiche?
Capiche. Bada bing, bada boom.
Almost jumped in the fire there. Harley. Quinn. My wife.
No way.
Oh,
man.
Wow. Couldn't possibly be this easy. I wonder what'll complicate it down the road.
I almost sounded like.
Oh, God, no! Don't panic! You'll drop further! Okay.
Oh, boy. We sound a little bit like the Grape Lady there.
Yeah.
Especially me when I went, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, 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 oh.
You know, I did want to say I've been having trouble finding a permanent romantic partner lately because
Yeah.
that's actually how I snore.
Yeah, the Grape Lady.
Ooh! Oh, 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 ow, 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 stop, it hurts! That's how I snore every night. That's how you know I'm getting good REM sleep.
I think that video is maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen.
God, I feel so bad for that woman. Okay, you gotta, I'm passing it on. I'm getting all sweaty and incoherent.
I feel bad for her too, but also,
Ugh.
you gotta laugh.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's some of the most clean-burning, mean-spirited humor available on the
Oh,
market.
truly, yeah.
Oh, man, that video.
I've heard people later say that she was okay, so it's okay to laugh, but I've also heard other people say that she broke some bones.
Yeah, she's actually a quadriplegic now.
So if you laugh, it's a crime.
That's true. No, she just got the breath knocked out of her.
Did she?
Yeah.
Good, I'm
Well, I mean,
glad.
I think, like, maybe at most she broke a rib because she kind of, like,
Probably,
tried
yeah.
to catch herself.
Let's get some wumpas.
God, I'll never forget when my dad did that. He broke, like, 2 ribs because he fell down. He fell down in the middle of saying, "Let's rock and roll hoochie coo,"
Yeah, hell yeah.
and he slipped on a homemade barge that we were taking through the ocean, and he landed on basically his face, and he caught himself with his fist and like landed chest first into his own fist, broke his ribs.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I was turned the other way. So what I heard was, "Hey, let's rock and roll." Just like laying down, broken bones. That was a wild trip.
Bones asunder.
Yeah, he also almost got bitten by a shark fatally. But that's all over now. We're home safe. We did, in fact, rock and roll hoochie
Fine,
coo.
fuck off. Sorry, I didn't
I'm
mean
sorry,
that.
man.
It's okay.
That mountain in the back looks evil.
Have you got the air knocked out of you?
Yes.
If so, how? And how did you feel about it?
The one time I remember getting the air knocked out of me, I think I had just played some video game where you climb stuff. I was like a little kid.
No, I should not have done that. That's fine.
That's surprisingly forgiving, those parts.
Yeah, I bet that's not how it is in the real one.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I at least in my memory it is.
Come on.
I was in our laundry room.
Yeah.
We were pretty well off. We had a whole room for it.
To keep all your shitty, dirty laundry
yes. Oh, a Neobot.
Help. Help! God damn it.
But I figured if I would stand on the edge of a plastic laundry basket, I'm like, that'll hold my weight.
Right.
And I went down immediately because it was full of clothes.
Yeah.
So I was like, this will hold my weight. There's no doubt in my mind.
Right.
And it fell over immediately, and I fell stomach first into the washing machine.
Oh.
And I laid there, unable to breathe, alone in the dark laundry room for what felt like up until now, today.
Yeah, right.
But it wasn't, and I was fine. So
the only time it's ever
good.
happened to me is oh shit. It's back when I was in Boy Scouts, I tripped over a fine, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Well, okay. I tripped over a one of the you know when you have to hammer the stakes in and there's the little lines going from
yes.
from the stakes to the tent.
I'm already laughing.
Yeah, I tripped over one of those and just lost every ounce of breath I had in my dang body. And I stood up pretty quick, but it was not fun. I had that's never happened to me before or since, actually.
It's terrible. Isn't it weird how, like, it's very rare that adults will do that? Which is hence the grape lady's panic.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It happens so rarely, I guess, at least to, people like us. Maybe there's like professions where it happens frequently. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, I was like, this is what death is like.
Can you imagine like being stuck in a profession where you routinely get the breath knocked out of you?
I would hate it.
Yeah. I heard if you're a claims adjuster for Geico, every now and again a guy will come and just hit you with a big board and knock your breath out.
But yeah, it was horrible. It's just like,
oh man.
You're like trying to like breathe, but you can't. It's
oh my gosh.
Bad. I'm just gonna fall.
It's a bad feeling. It also like thinking the laundry basket could hold my weight reminds me of another story that like man, all these stories I'm telling, I'm coming off as the biggest dumbass. This was another thing where I was way too old to do something as dumb as I did. My dad was walking around with me, as is the case.
Yeah.
We're just rock and roll hoochie cooing around.
Yeah.
In his old apartment complex in Addison, Texas. Mm-hmm. And they had all these, like, every apartment complex had these courtyards that had these cool, like, man-made, like, koi ponds.
Sure.
They're pretty cool. And I remember this is like an identical story. I never learn. I was like, man, I'm just going to swallow my shame here. I was like 12 years old. And I decided to tentatively put the weight of like just my foot on a lily pad.
Okay.
Because I had seen it in a video game. And I was like, I wonder how much weight these actually hold. And I'm so, like, I was just so chunky and uncoordinated. Because I was Bobby Hill growing up, like, to the T.
Yeah, right.
I immediately fell into the pond. It was the middle of February. So I was like, God damn, I was so cold. And I remember the sheer panic when I first went under. It's like I didn't even realize what had happened at first. It was like the world disappeared from around me.
Right.
And I was very cold and wet. And the second I realized what had happened, I became terrified because there were turtles in there. And me, at 12 years old, assumed that if there were turtles in a man-made pond, they were probably snapping turtles.
Sure.
And they would probably attack you.
Right.
And bite all your fingers and toesies off.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. It's a miracle I'm here today.
You've had a lot of... Oh, hello.
And I still routinely do stuff I see in video games and maim myself.
Right.
I'm now 23.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is kind of a doozy.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of flack for doing stuff I see in games, but I'm just curious. Like, does somebody really rock it out of a car if they hit something too hard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want to find out.
I love that beefy, like, hitting the ground sound. That
it is a good sound.
Yeah, well, I think
Shit.
sometimes, like with the lily pad thing. In my defense. This is me if I were, like, a lawyer that defended people who were indefensible.
Right.
Sometimes
Stop.
you want to know how much a trope is actually based in reality,
I agree.
Like, do you think a frog actually sits on a lily pad ever?
Yes.
Cut that out. Let me try that again. Do you think a frog ever sits on a lily pad ever?
Yes, I do.
You think so?
Yeah, let's look up a picture.
All right,
good job, Alex. Really fucked that up.
Okay, Google. Oh, all right. Search frog sitting on lily pad. Not clip art, not any sort of cartoon, but real.
The first thing that come up, a cartoon.
I'm gonna be so mad. Yeah, God, I don't know. I really should have taken you up on that Wi-Fi offer. Hold on. We're getting it. Yep, very first thing. Clip art, cartoon. It's probably because I used them all as keywords.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck!
Switch back.
Alex, you're a criminal. I hate you. I'm talking to myself, not you.
Okay. God, it's tedious to backspace that gag I just did.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, I'm going to leave but real. Search frog sitting on lily pad but real. Yes. Okay. Well, all right.
Is it a bunch of small ones?
Yes, a bunch of small frogs. Okay.
That makes
Large
sense.
frog sitting on lily pad. Oh, wow. It's CCTV footage of me falling into that pond when I was 12.
You were known as the large frog back then?
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad called me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
After that.
After the incident.
Yeah. He would turn to my brother and be like, hello, my son that I love. And he would turn to me like, hey, big frog, bitch. Fall into any more ponds lately?
This is stupid. I hate this.
And then he sued for less custody of me, interestingly enough. He lost, though. And he had to play video games with me forever. Wow, here's a frog sitting on one like a human would sit down on his little butt. All right, enough looking at frogs.
I want to see that last one you said.
Getting a little too worked up.
Whoa, he's just chilling.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Here you go.
So,
I'll
leave that open so I can send it to you. So
thanks.
I'm trying to give you as much work to do in post as possible.
I love it. I'm already going to have to watch like an hour and a half or whatever.
Buddy, we're having fun. You don't have to use all of this. We're two guys having fun.
I do have to use all of it.
Do you?
No.
Well, more content is better than less content, no matter the quality.